Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. My name is Oscar, or my channel name, look out for number one. In this occasion I'm going to do a review of a video from a debate between, in modern day debate between TJump and a stupid woman called Godless Girl. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump into my main presentation area. Like so. Right. So the actual topic is objective morality. Okay. Now there is no clear definition between the two clowns, between TJump and Godless Girl per se, mainly from Godless Girl. So uh, for this reason, I am going to give you guys put on the right hand side here right now the actual definition, or two definitions between objective morality and epistemological nihilism, which is what this nutcase Godless Girl is all about. Okay, so we can reference that. Right, so without further ado, let's hear the video. Oh, by the way, the video is too long, silly long. It's about an hour and 34 minutes, and the video comes from Godless Girl YouTube channel, so, and it's got a slight his, right? So it's her side. Okay, anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an interesting debate tonight. We're going to be talking about morality. We have TJump
No,
and
objective
Godless Girl as
morality.
well. Thanks to everybody that is showing up. I've seen a lot of people in the live chat so far. Make sure and hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't
Okay.
already. All right, so we're just going to do a simple format, 5-minute openings or so. Like, just take, I'm not going to, like, time it or anything. Just give us your opening. And then they want to just jump straight into the discussion.
Right. So out of the get-go, this gentleman is establishing the parameters that more or less they have agreed, which is X amount of minutes for each one of them to put the point across, right? Which is fine, especially if you define your terms at the beginning, which is a normal thing to do. Especially if, rather, you present yourself, right? What's your position, and then you do your thing, right? And then you can start bickering between each other and whatnot, because this is a clusterfuck, definitely.
So I just want to make sure everybody knows that this channel tries to be unbiased, and we want to let.
You should not try to be unbiased. You should be unbiased by definition, especially if you are a platform with people that contradict each other. So you should be 100% unbiased, not trying. Try is not an option.
You, no matter what your background is, come here without having to worry about being ridiculed or whatsoever. So, if we could, let's just be our friendly selves in the live chat. I know that it gets heated, but let's try that. Try principle of charity there. All right, so TJump, would you like to go first, or do you think Godless Girl should start?
Yeah, I can go first. I don't mind.
Awesome.
All right. So the topic is objective morality.
Right. So he starts well. He says the topic is objective morality. Let's see what this piece of shit woman says.
I am a moral realist, like most philosophers, so I believe there is an objective morality. There are
I don't think there's an objective morality.
true and false statements about moral claims in the universe. The common misconception that most atheists have is that
A misconception of atheism. You mean you?
you can't have moral realism without like a god or some kind of existing thing in the universe, which isn't true. Many philosophers hold moral realism as a legitimate position, including many consequentialists and utilitarians. It doesn't. There are many different ways to have moral realism be true without any kind of a ontology of morality. You don't need it to be existing in the universe. It can just be an abstract or kind of a principle, like do what's best for society or something.
Can you see Godless Girl every 4 or 5 seconds she's looking at the right, like, wow, what's happening? What's happening? Yeah, it's freaking weird. Watch it.
So there's lots of different ways to have objective morality. You don't
No.
need a god or
No.
the law of nature or anything for it. Many philosophers do hold that position. My particular
No.
viewpoint is that the principle we should be holding to is that any involuntary imposition of will is immoral, and we should avoid doing that because it moves us away from the best of all possible worlds.
Right, he's actually describing the morality aspect, okay, which is fine. Okay, so he established the subject matter and what he believes, which is cool. He's wrong, but it's cool.
Which is a world where there is no involuntary imposition of will. That would be the best world. No, the inability to force anyone to do anything they do not consent to would be a good thing.
Yeah.
So no one could ever be forced to do anything they don't want to. That would be a better world than what we have. And as long as you grant that, then you pretty much...
Well, no. That's a little bit of a defeater, because to work in a society, you need to be agreeing with certain rules. For example, me as a lorry driver, I have to obey by the Road Traffic Act, right? Otherwise, if I do whatever the fuck I want, yeah, it can create accidents. So he's technically correct in that sense. Okay, there must be rules so shit doesn't happen.
Much grant objective morality. That's all you really need. You don't really need a law or a god or anything. It's just...
You do need a law. He's wrong there.
There's a better way the world could be, and that's it. And that is essentially my position.
All right. Thanks.
Right, so now his position. So it stands to reason that this nutbag of a woman will state her position, correct? Let's hear her position.
So much for that TJump. Now, Godless Girl, let's get your opening.
Yeah, I thought this was a debate.
I thought this was a debate. The first thing that comes out of this bitch mouth is, I thought this was a debate. Idiot, you freaking retard. It is a fucking debate. This is your chance to give your 5-minute opening statement. You dumbass.
He just stated his position. I didn't hear an argument or...
What do you mean? You don't need to you do not need to hear an argument, you retard. Okay? It is your time to put your point across. Then you can cross. I hope people understand how stupid this woman is. Literally how stupid it was. Yeah? She wants to hear an argument from the get-go. Right? Instead of expressing her point of view, no. She wants to be fucking argumentative like Daft Dawkins. She should actually marry Daft Dawkins. Right? It would be an excellent partner. Right? But no. Anyway, carry on.
Any justification for it. I mean,
right, justification. I'm going to debunk this bitch from the get-go. Okay? Epistemology nihilism is a form of philosophical skepticism. You don't know. Right? According to which knowledge does not exist. Right? You cannot ask, Godless Girl, you cannot ask for justification, right, when your worldview is, I don't fucking know. Okay? Because as soon as you ask for justification, then you know, then you are not a nihilist. By definition. You dumbass. Right? You are the epiphany of stupidity. You cannot ask for a justified true belief or justification because it destroys your point of view. You cannot be now a epistemological nihilism because you should not know anything. Period.
I mean, I don't know. Are we not supposed to give an argument? Is the opening debate just the opening statement just stating our position? Am I only supposed to state my position?
You see? She hasn't got a fucking clue on how to debate. Oh, what am I supposed to be doing? Right? Take 5 minutes in fucking Google how to do the structure of a debate. Research it before coming blindfolded into an interview or a debate with somebody that knows his shit. or he's got experience behind it, instead of fucking being a watermouth woman. Oh, I didn't hear any notification. It's beyond belief, her stupidity. Beyond belief.
Well, we were just gonna get where he's coming from for the audience, and then where you're coming.
You see, now this guy, the presenter, is educating her on how to do a presentation or an opening statement. And she's going, getting close. What should I do?
From for the audience, and then you guys can jump straight into.
So do I just state my position, or do I give an argument for an opening statement?
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking matter. You got 5 minutes to give your fucking bullshit introduction, right? So he knows where you stand. And that's it. How dumb.
Either one, whatever you want to do to open, whatever you feel right about.
Okay, so I'm a moral non-cognitivist. I don't think that moral claims are true or false. I think when somebody makes a moral statement, that I don't see what standard they can be using other than their preferences. So it's just a preference, and preferences cannot be true or false. So moral.
Yes, it could be true or false. If you prefer to eat a strawberry ice cream, that's knowledge based, right? If you say I like and I prefer, is a preference, I prefer to eat strawberry ice cream, you're debunked.
Claims cannot be true or false. And as far as his position, I'm.
No. As far as his position, you already do. What's this? A few seconds after he finished, she's refuting his position. She's doing a rebuttal or a critique of his opening. She's not even starting putting her point across.
I would have to ask some clarifying questions, but I need to know what the first premise of your argument is.
No. If you need a syllogism, right, which that's what you're asking in P1, P2, and the conclusion, right? You are asking for a knowledge claim. You ask for justification. You ask to know. What happens when you know where he's coming from? Now you got knowledge.
I understand what.
Well, no, you not understanding, that's not his problem. That's your ignorance.
Why you believe that? What are you appealing to? So go ahead.
So go ahead. So in 30 seconds, you've done a bullshit introduction, and you go to the other side to start him doing his own thing. You're looking so fucking dumb.
Oh, okay. That was it.
Yeah, that was it. Right. So this is the time to introduce my special graphic, which is at this time very appropriate, right? And let's see it. Let me do a transition. Bang. I'm gonna keep it there because this is the reflection of her stupidity. Okay, what the fuck? So let's carry on.
Go right ahead, Tom.
Sure. So
You see, he doesn't know how to start, right? He's trying to think about what do I say to this bitch, right? She didn't give any. She didn't put. She hasn't got any meat on the bone, right? And that's it.
you're a moral non-cognitivist. I think that moral statements are perfectly reasonable and coherent. I don't think they're
what?
coherence. Like you're non-cognitivist, which means they are not moral sentences do not make sense.
Well, I don't think that they're true or false propositions. I think it's somebody like when you say it's a preference. So when you say something like the flavor of lemon is bad, that's all that you're saying. What else could it be?
Right, but if the flavor of lemon is bad, it's bad for you. That's a true belief statement. It's justifiable. You have to respect that position because even if it's a preference, it's a true preference by definition.
Okay,
if they're trying to make a claim about, are you making a claim about the world, the way the world ought to be?
Now she's going over the fucking rails. Now she's going fucking metaphysics. See, she's a bag of contradictions. She doesn't know where to fucking steer her boat.
Sort of yes, sort of no. But so you're not a moral non-cognitivist in the fact that you think the sentences don't make sense. You just think they're subjective.
No, I don't think that they're true or false propositions. Like when somebody, it's like when somebody, I'm an emotivist. So when somebody, it's like when somebody says boo, boo to something, that's what they're saying. It's like a claim about a mental state, their mental state.
Right, right. Well, that's fine. A motivist is fine, but that's not the same as a non-cognitivist. A non-cognitivist
What are you
is saying,
talking about? An emotivist is a subset of fucking.
so
What are
a
you
non-cognitivist
You're
says
just an
that
idiot.
moral
Fucking
statement.
See, now she's trying insulting people, or him in this case. Okay, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, a preference is a valid statement, right? It doesn't fucking matter.
Emotivism is a non-cognitive
So
position.
non-cognitivism is the position that, like, it doesn't make sense to say moral sentences.
Yeah, it's not a true or false proposition. Emotivism is a non-cognitive position. Just go fucking Google it, retards. Fucking Google. The people in the audience, go Google it.
Go Google it. Go Google it.
You're an idiot.
So you agree they do make sense. The sentences are coherent.
I don't know what it would when somebody expresses a preference. I don't think that it's incoherent. It's not true or false.
It's not true or false. Well, so were you saying it's not true or false? So your preference is not true or false, or what you just said is not true or false. You are basically by definition ambiguous. You are nonsensical.
So what is your position? If you disagree with me, like what is your argument? Give me the first premise of your argument.
I think that the world moral facts can be true because the world would be better in certain ways.
What is just the first premise? Moral facts can be true is the first premise, or that's the conclusion?
I believe the moral facts can be true. I'm not going to waste my time putting it into a torture.
I believe moral facts can be true. That's the premise. That's the first premise.
See, she just started. The video is the original video is 7 minutes long. Sorry, 7 minutes into the video, right? And she's already fucking harassing this guy. She's got zero substance.
Yes,
I'm not going to put any premises in. I don't care. You can do it yourself.
You're not going to give me an argument.
Nope.
You're not going to give a syllogism.
Nope.
You're just going to make claims.
Yep. I believe moral realism is true. We have.
I thought this was a debate.
It is.
And you're not debating, woman.
It is a debate. I don't.
Do you have an argument for your position, or are you just going to make claims?
Have you got an argument for your position, bitch? Right? Stop being argumentative like your friend Darth Dawkins or Darthy Pooh.
I already did. That was my opening. There were arguments in there. If you couldn't recognize them, that's your fault.
Right. AKA ignorant.
Wait, what? Say it again then.
What do you mean say again? Why can't you fucking listen instead of fucking mumbling? You got 2 ears for one reason. You have to hear more and talk less.
I didn't hear is it, do you have like...
You have... Bitch, write it down. If you cannot comprehend, right, write it down and ask TJ, I'm sorry about this, about your introduction. I didn't get it. Can you please repeat it? But you don't start fucking attacking somebody and look like a fucking dumbass. Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
Is it going to be evidence, or what kind of justification is it that you claim to have?
Intuitive, moral intuition.
An intuition is neither rational or irrational. It's just an intuition, so it's not justification.
See, this bitch is all about justification, right? She's not talking about her moral values. She's talking about if it's true or not, right? And she hasn't defined what morality is in her worldview, in her fucking stupid, narrow-minded brain. Yeah, she's not starting. She has not put her position clear.
Intuitions can be justification. Many times it's used in philosophy all the time in justification.
Look, it's but it's going to make it it makes it an irrational position then.
No.
That's not, why should I? It's not. Look, that's like internal too. What do you have any external justification?
No, I don't have any external justification.
You don't need external justification, right? Because justification comes from you. Okay, you have to understand what's coming into your brain to make some sort of analysis of whatever happened outside.
No, I don't have any.
So why would anybody accept it because you have an intuition about it? You feel like an intuition is almost basically a feeling. You feel.
Right. Again, this is a personal thing, right? It's like she's talking to herself, right? Morality is an interaction behavior between sentient beings. That's it. Okay? You cannot attack one single person, because the idea is an agreement between two parties, and find out what is the good part and what is the bad part, and do the good parts and not do the bad parts. That's the essence of morality, of behavior. Morality is just behavior, right? That's it. Don't be a fucking scumbag piece of woman, right, and complicating the issue, because you haven't got a fucking clue what you're saying.
Feel like it's true. TJump feels like it's true, therefore I should believe it.
No, you don't need to believe whatever he believes. Whatever he believes, you first of all have to respect it, right? And the only time morality comes into conflict is when you two cross paths, right? And it says, okay, my behavior, is it equal or better than your behavior? And can we interact with our moral judgments? That's the fucking nature of morality, of behavior, right? And you are fucking behaving worse than a fucking animal.
Most people feel like it's true. Like most people see things and most people feel things.
That you're just appealing to the majority?
Yes.
Like what? What is it going to be? Something like, let me try to steel man your argument for you, since you seem to have a hard time.
You see, now this bitch, because I got no whole bars, okay? She's insulting that person, or TJump, right? So I've got zero respect for that piece of shit woman, right? Why would you say that, Godless Girl? Why the fuck would you say that? You got your IQ is equal to my farts. Okay? Below fucking zero. And that's the title of my fucking thumbnail. Yeah, your IQ is below zero. You're fucking useless.
So what is it going to be? Something like, most people feel that an imposition on will is what, bad?
See? She's trying to work out her bullshit. She's not coherent. She's making it up as it goes. She's not fucking prepared. She hasn't got a train of thought. She hasn't got she's going by a whim, basically, right? Just to either discredit or be argumentative. Very, very fucking similar to Daft Dawkins. Very fucking similar. Right? She is the atheist side of Daft Dawkins, of Daffy Pooh. Identical.
Do you want to use the word bad?
Wait, bad. That's part of the morality, you fucking scumbag. Yeah? Bad is the negative interaction, negative behavior between two or more sentient beings. So if TJump is saying we have to agree on something, that's what he's saying. You fucking stupid retard.
Sure.
Okay, so therefore it's...
What do you mean, therefore? Look at that. Look at her fucking retard face. She's having a hard time comprehending.
bad?
Sure. Yes.
Okay, so you're appealing to majority.
Yes. Like when the
Yeah,
majority.
but you're claiming it's okay. So let's go through that. Let's go through that. First, you're appealing to majority, which
I think, right. In my personal opinion about her state of mind at that moment. Okay, I got some ideas on her background that I don't want to, out of slight respect, because I'm fucking holding it back, because I know some things about this bitch. Okay, but at her current situation right now, I think she's tired. Right, I think it's nighttime due to the background of the windows. Right, and she's not thinking something. She's not coherent. She hasn't got a game plan. She's just sitting there, basically spewing out fucking word salad. That's just by visualizing the her scenario.
is you committed an error in reasoning. It's a fallacy.
No. No.
Yeah, appealing to majority is a fallacy. I think you're a troll, which if this is you fucking trolling, you're my new favorite person.
See, in most of her videos, I have heard her say that people are trolling her. It's a fucking debate, bitch. Right? You don't troll on a debate. He's coming face to face with you and giving his point of view, and you are being argumentative towards him, and you're calling him a troll. I think you are the troll. You have got no basis to substantiate your claims in any way, shape, or form, right? You're being absolute fucking ignorant. You're a piece of crap, a woman.
Because that's amazing. But anyway.
Amazing for what? For your viewership. Is that what you're doing? Using your ignorance for viewership.
So again, no.
But anyway, I wasn't. Excuse me, I wasn't finished.
But you got it wrong. You're confusing my argument for an appeal to a majority as if that is the argument. Like, no. Like, if a lot of people see things,
I just stated it as most people believe that, therefore it's true, and you agree
right?
to that.
And you're confusing that as the appeal to a majority fallacy because you don't understand the difference. Like in science, the majority of people, if they can do a test and get the same result, we trust the majority in that case.
Well, are you talking about legitimate appeals to authority?
What do you mean legitimate appeals to authority? That's the whole fucking point of appeal of authority. Yeah, he's talking about professionals doing a type of investigation and coming to the conclusion that this is the A is the correct way to go, not B. Okay, so he's going by that type of scenario.
Is that what you're talking about?
No. Again, so this is just like if lots of people see a horse, we say, yeah, that horse probably exists. If one person says they don't see the horse, we probably go, yeah, that guy's probably nuts. But if it's the other way around and lots of people don't see a unicorn and one person sees a unicorn, then we reject the claim of the one person. So we do, in many cases, go with the majority. Like if everyone sees something there.
In the case of the horse, look, you're believing it because of background information on people.
No. It's not background information about people. Okay, it's background information about the current situation, you scumbag. Okay, I am seeing you, TJump, and the moderator doing his own thing, right? And my simian friend here, right? That's it. I am seeing something. I can attest that happened. It's not background information, you retard.
Right. But look.
No? What?
Look, if it's dependent on people feeling that it's true.
No. It's not a feeling, right? It's a sensory perception agree upon. They walking on a field. And TJump example is the majority minus one or whatever. In this case, the majority says we have seen a horse. We are seeing a horse. What is the problem with that? We understand the concept of a horse. We understand the concept of a group of people agreeing in the same thing, right? It's not the same as saying, oh, we saw the risen Jesus. We saw a UFO, right? Something extraordinary that may not be true, right? But you don't need... it's a level of agreement. Yeah, if 10 people say that they saw a horse, I've got zero fucking problems. Are you talking about fucking preferences? Fucking hell.
Then how the fuck is it objective? It's by definition subjective. If that's the standard, objective means independent of it's mind independent. It's independent of what anybody thinks. So how can that be your argument? Because if it's objective, your claim has to be that even if no.
It's talking about independent people giving a common and overall view of an external source. It's not a subjective morality. Sorry, objective morality. That's got no fucking... This is not a behavior. This is an understanding of visualizing an object, an object or an animal or whatever the fucking thing it is. Okay, the 10 people saw a fucking tree. Okay, we saw a tree. He's saying that the opposite. Only one person saw a tree and the other 10 didn't see fuck all. So they're saying that it's most probably that he was either hallucinating or imagining or fucking daydreaming, whatever. That's his whole fucking point, you dumbass.
Oh, minds existed, it would still be true. So how the fuck are you gonna appeal to what people think and feel? And you're not even like... it's just you're just saying it's an intuition. So you're just saying most people feel that way, therefore it's true.
It's not about feeling, bitch. His example is about seeing something.
Feelings are neither true or false, sir.
No. If I poke you in your fucking forehead, I bet you will have a fucking feeling. It's called, it will be a negative feeling, right? Yeah? If your husband slaps you in the fucking face, right, you will feel it. So yes, you will have a fucking feeling. Okay? If by any fucking chance, right, yeah, you will have a fucking baby, which I hope you don't, right? Because that will be fucking a serious detriment to the human race. I hope you don't, right? Because that would be a fucking bad contribution. It's like putting a virus in society, okay? But that is a feeling, right? And you cannot say it's true or not. It is fucking true, because your body perceives it, right? You got a nervous stimuli that tells you some shit is happening in an area of your body. So you are fucking wrong again, dumbass.
No, they can be definitely be true or false. But so again,
What does it mean?
you
What
can
does it mean
say
for a feeling to be
that
true or false? What does that mean?
can mean lots of different things, but that's not my position here. So again, you can have a fact that is true about the world, which is true about minds. You can say minds have experience. Now that's not
that's an objective fact.
So it's true independent of the minds, but it's still true about the minds. So the minds having feelings is another fact that's true about the minds and can still be objective.
Right, but it's not contingent upon what it would be true that minds existed, even though if some like delusional person believed that no minds existed. It's not dependent. That fact, it like if
You see, word salad here. It's bullshit.
So again, the claim was is that
look,
a mind had.
I'll tell you why that's objective. Because it would be true, even if then you annihilated all minds, it would still be objectively true that at that point in time they had existed. That it's not dependent on minds.
It is dependent on mind, because the mind said that thing happened, right? If not, if no mind with there would be only part of history. You can record it on a CD. You can take a picture. You can write it down as a history, and that at that moment it was a valid claim. Okay, but you're not talking about morality, which is the subject of the debate. You are all over the fucking place, woman. You are absolute fucking nutcase. You don't know even what the fuck you're talking about.
It would still be true that they had existed when they stopped existing.
I'm not talking about existing.
But it wouldn't still be true that it would be bad to impose on will if people existed, if nobody existed.
You see? You see? What the fuck she's saying? I'm gonna TJump, I'm gonna do exactly the same thing. What the fuck are you saying, woman? You absolutely fucking retard.
So I didn't.
Are you not following what I'm saying?
No, nobody fucking following what you're saying. If you say a stupid thing, how can we follow it? What you're doing is verbal diarrhea. Okay, probably your shit makes more your bullshit, what you shit makes more sense than what you're saying. That's fucking big.
I didn't say the mind exists. I said a mind has conscious experience.
So what?
So that that's an objective fact that is contingent on a mind. So you can.
It's not contingent on a mind. It's not that claim is not contingent on a mind, because if that mind stopped existing,
then it would not be a claim. Fucking retard. We're talking about the present time when that person makes a moral judgment. Okay? It's factual at that time. Wow. And we just fucking started. Look at the fucking blue bar. Right?
that's the statement that it had existed would still be true. It wouldn't be dependent on the continued existence of the mind.
I didn't say it had existed. That was never a part of my argument, so I don't know why you're bringing that up.
Wait, exactly. I didn't hear you. What?
My argument is that a mind has conscious experience.
Basically, the present. He's saying that the present, okay, not past or future, present, right there and then.
That is an objective fact, which is true contingently on the mind, which means if the mind stops existing,
it's not.
Sorry,
it's not true.
Let's let him finish, and then I'll let you come right back in.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. So you being yourself. Fucking prick.
So again, you can say it is objectively true that I like ice cream.
You see? Present.
Like that is a fact that is objectively true, but it is subjectively contingent on my mind. So you can have
Right.
objective facts that are contingent on minds.
It's not contingent on what anybody believes.
It's not fucking what everybody believes, you fucking twat retard, piece of shit woman. He's saying a personal preference. You're talking about preferences. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about preferences. Okay, this is not multi-preference. Oh, excuse me. Will you, all you motherfuckers, would like me to prefer a strawberry ice cream? Think what you're saying there, you stupid retard. He's talking about one entity thinking about something. Are you talking about other people? Fucking hell. And we just starting.
Okay, that's not what I said. I said you.
Of course, it's not what you said. I understand. TJump, I know what you said, but this fucking retard is so fucking tired, right? Probably got fucking insomnia or whatever, right? Probably shooting shit up, right? That she can fucking think properly. Look at fucking face.
You have objective facts that are contingent on minds.
Right. But if that mind were to stop existing,
If that mind stopped existing, so fucking what? That mind would not make any moral judgment. End of. Next person.
would it not still be true that it had existed even if no minds no longer existed?
Sure, but that was never a part of my argument.
Right.
I have
So
no
it's
idea
not
why you
actually
bring that up.
contingent. It's not contingent on the mind itself. It's not. It's
If the
it's
mind
not,
never existed,
it's
the
not
statement
true
would
in
not be true.
virtue of what the mind believes.
Okay, so
It
again,
wouldn't matter if minds existed, but they somehow believe that no
See, somehow it's fucking. She's in that Lululand.
minds existed. It would still be
great,
true
and
that
that
they did it.
has nothing to do with my argument, so I don't know why you keep repeating that.
Right.
What's the? Have you given an argument?
Yes, so, but again,
Let's
that has
back up.
nothing
What's
to
the
do with
first
anything I
premise?
said.
Godless Girl. Your main problem is not listening. Right? You have got zero retention value. Right? It's like if I give you an equivalent of a computer holding information, right? If a drive can hold 30-40 gigabytes, you can only hold 1 megabyte, right? Your level of comprehension of what somebody says is almost you cannot hold it, right? You cannot hold it. You got memory. Instead of fucking you got a hard drive, you got memory. It goes in, you hold it for a second, and fucking goes out, and you don't know what the fuck the other person said. It makes you ignorant by definition. Absolutely fucking retard.
So again, my claim is that moral facts are true, and we can say that lots of people feel morality. That's an objective fact. Lots of people feel morality.
The first premise is moral.
It's not making a fucking premise, you stupid bitch.
I don't give you any premises. I'm not even going to try to. It's a waste of my time. So
How is that wasting your time?
so you can have objective facts about minds. They are descriptive of minds and the things that minds feel. Yes.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that it's mind dependent in the sense that it's dependent on what people believe.
Right.
You're just equivocating.
So it's not what moral realism is.
You're
Moral
just
realism is not.
equivocating on what mind dependent means.
No, I'm not. You are making a very confused mistake here. So my position is not morality is dependent on what people think. That is not my position. That's moral subjectivism. I'm not a moral subjectivist. So
I'm sorry. I misunderstood you then, because I thought that you said that it was true, that it's true that imposing on people's will is bad because most people believe that it is, or most people feel that it is.
The fact that most people feel that it is like the fact that most people see a horse. This is a discernible piece of evidence, like induction.
Right.
If most people see it. It's not
most
true
people
because of this.
Most people believe in God. Does that mean God?
No. He gave an example of something to be the case. Don't go fucking extracorporeal business. You're missing the fucking point.
God exists? What the fuck is the matter with you?
No, what the fuck is the matter with you, brainless shithead?
No, again, so most people have a sense experience of a thing, means the thing exists. It doesn't tell us anything about the thing.
But they're not talking about morality, right? Just I'm just putting this across. Right? Morality is interaction behavior between sentient beings.
Most people have an intuition that God exists. Does that justification for me? So if me and you were debating the existence of God, and I came in here and said my argument is,
Why is she being so fucking stupid? She's all over the fucking place. He cannot comprehend it. Of course, it makes sense. I mean, it makes sense. He's signage.
most people have an intuition that God exists, therefore God exists. Wouldn't I look like a stupid, retarded, foolish, asinine moron?
No, you're doing a perfectly job doing that. You don't need to mention anything. Just open your mouth and you're behaving like that. Right? You don't even have to work hard at it.
Like you would do now? Yeah.
Yeah, for you, it's a fucking gift.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing.
If you were claiming
What
that
is the
most
disanalogy?
people, if you were claiming that most people have intuitions of God, and then you said therefore
See, intuition of God, they're gone off the rail, right? That's not morality. Yeah, they are going off the fucking rails.
intuitions of God exist, that would be a reasonable argument. That's the argument I'm making.
No, you're not saying that the conclusion isn't that.
See, now she wants P1, P2, and a conclusion. She's not listening. Absolutely like Darth Dawkins. Somebody says something to Darth Dawkins, and she has to be correct.
Most people have intuitions about morality. The conclusion is that it's true that imposing on someone's free will is bad. And you're saying that it's true that imposing on someone's free will is bad because most people have an intuition that God exists, or that that it's bad. How is that what's the disanalogy?
It's fucking stupid.
When I say,
again, if most people see a horse, the horse doesn't exist because most people see it. It exists independently, but it's good evidence that it does exist that people see it.
Look, that's just
no. Just that no. Some there is an animal that we know exists, a horse. You cannot say horses do not exist, right? So TJump example is, and again, right, that some people in a group, the bunch of people in a group says, "Oh, we see in a horse." That's valid.
That's just taking testimony, right? About
testimony. It's not a fucking court case. You fucking retard.
The claim that they saw the horse. So background knowledge on people shows that if people don't have reasons to lie about having saw a horse. So in your experience, it's like in an induction.
No idea what you're talking about now. I'm not sure what you're saying.
Look.
Right, it's called nonsense, gibberish, word salad, stupidity. You're doing good. You're doing good, Godless Girl. Absolutely good being a fucking retard twat.
Tell me what the disanalogy is.
So again, if most people see a horse, the horse doesn't exist because people see it. That's not the argument. I'm saying there is a horse there, and it's good evidence that the horse is there that most people see it. I'm not making the argument that the horse is there because people see it. No, that's not it.
Well, look, the justification for why do you believe the horse exists can't be that people see it, right? Because that would be begging the question. No, it would have to be that because sir, please calm down. It would have to
calm down. You are hyperactive. Yeah, it's probably you got some substance with you that make you behave that way.
It would have to be that because they're testifying, you believe it because they're testifying to it. You can't say the horse. I believe the justification for the horse existing is that most people saw it, because most people seeing a horse is just presupposing that it's true that there's a horse. So what the fuck are you talking about? But
did you hear what this fucking retard bitch said? So now she's arguing about the existence of the fucking horse. Right?
Anyway, so...
But this time, when I saw this video, I already had a fucking headache. It is a detriment. That's why I said about fucking having a kid. Right? I already got a headache just listening to that fucking retard. Yeah, you can imagine she giving birth to somebody, right? And then she giving her values to that kid. What benefit to society your frame of mind can give? What benefit you can give to society by your frame of mind, right? You are detriment to society.
You look confused. I don't know if you really are, but I'm sure the people in the fucking audience follow that.
No, I will be part of the audience. And you sounded retard.
Yeah, I'm definitely confused about a lot of things right now, but I have no idea what your argument is making. So again, it's perfectly. If a lot of people see
look, you can't.
Godless Girl, he just called you a fucking retard. Okay, you're not coherent.
You can't say that your justification that there's a horse is that people saw the horse, right? It would have to be they testified that they saw the horse, because if you say
you don't need to testify. It's not a fucking court of law. You stupid fucking bitch retard. Okay? If you TJump and that guy moderator saw a horse, I say fuck it, okay, happy days, and let's move on. But you've been like Daft Dawkins, argumentative. You must be relative of Daft Dawkins, or probably what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Fuck it, doesn't matter. Carry on.
Say that they saw the horse. Look, then that assumes that the horse exists.
Incest. You must be a relative of Daft Dawkins through incest to be this fucking retard.
Right?
No,
so the justification is assuming that look, you can't see something if it's not there.
But the premise is, or the premise was that it was there. It was an example. If you, Godless Girl, say that your wall is a light color, it's not black, right? I am accepting it because we understand that that is the color of your room. We understand it, right? I'm not gonna sit and do your fucking presupposition of bullshit that says, "Oh, are you sure it is a light color? Could be cream, it could be white, off white, or whatever," right? I'm not gonna argue with your statement, with your positive claim of the color of your room. But you are arguing about an example. Do you understand how low on the IQ bar you are registering, right? You're going below zero.
Yes, you can. Those are called delusions.
An illusion is
no, delusion.
It's not something that's coming from the external world, right? You're saying that the horse actually exists in the external world.
Right, so you just gave a positive example, right? You admitted that he gave a positive argument of something that we understand as a horse.
You can have the experience of a horse without the horse being there. But the claim is that the horse actually exists, not just that people are experiencing the horse.
Yes.
So you can't say that the reason that the horse, or that your justification for the horse being there, is that people see the horse.
Yes, you can. That's perfectly reasonable.
No, it has to be their testimony.
Like if I wanted to make an argument that Taj Mahal exists, I can say I know a bunch of people who saw the Taj Mahal. That is perfectly reasonable for anybody to believe the Taj Mahal exists.
No, it's the fact that they're testifying to it. If you say
it's the experience of people seeing a solid building, right? An actual building, right? That is actually famous. There are tourists there. I could have family that have gone there, right? And he mentions that the Taj Mahal exists. I go, fuck it, fine, happy days, let's move on. But you are being obtuse, and you're making it easy being obtuse.
It's like asking,
you got a problem holding your head?
Why do I believe that my phone is right here? And he's saying because I see my phone. That's not justification.
Justification? You're holding the fucking phone, bitch. Are you?
Yes, it is. It's justification for you, and it's justification for me.
Yes, because you're agreeing. You're agreeing on what the phone is, what is interpreted as holding it, what is interpreted as fucking waving in a camera, and he's agreeing, and I'm agreeing that you bitch got the fucking phone. Right? That is justification.
So anytime you say I saw, it's always testimony. So whenever I say people saw something, it's always going to be their testimony of the thing that they're seeing. I obviously can't see through their eyes, but I have no idea why that's relevant to this conversation.
Right, exactly. Because this bitch should talk about objective morality. But she hasn't got a fucking clue what she's saying.
So let's just move on from that. So
Okay.
so let me just restate the argument to be sure I'm understanding right. You're saying that your justification for believing that imposing on will is bad is that most people feel that it's bad.
No, most people see it is the reason to believe morality is real. And then I go through all their stuff to get to the conclusion of my specific morality.
Okay, so if we were talking, tell me what the disanalogy is with God. So I can say most people have the intuition that God exists. Is that a justification of believing God?
No.
So what's the disanalogy?
Because one is not claiming that something external to them exists in reality. Like, so
Right.
if I said, I feel like I like ice cream, that's clearly in my head, but it's in the head of everyone who likes ice cream. Where if I said God
you
exists,
think that morality is not external, like you think it's internal?
yes.
What does that even mean for it to be?
Right, internal. Morality is behavior, you dumbass bitch. Right? Stop fucking holding your hand in your head and think. Right? It is internal because it starts with you. Right? If you go with your fucking lame husband or partner or whatever, right? And there's nobody else in the island, right? You got an agreement of behavior. I do this, you do this, and we're happy. You come a visitor, right? And you own the island or the piece of whatever island, and says, okay, you come into my island, we got a set of rules. He agrees, and there's interaction. Okay, so the moral behavior is between you and the rest of the people. Then you can work to coexist. Right? The conflict is when one party does not agree, a negative behavior, a negative morality, or a bad morals.
The internal
Part of our minds.
So wait,
Product of society. Abstract.
So she still have to fucking think about it. So wait.
So if no minds existed, morality wouldn't exist?
That is fucking mind-blowing. Yeah, the level of ignorance, I have said this many times, the high level of ignorance is off the fucking charts. Okay? If there's no mind and no sentient being, it cannot be morality. The morality only comes into effect when there is interaction. You cannot have morality being on yourself. If you are yourself in your house and he's in his house and I am in my house, yeah, we have our own moral values. How do we behave? But it is merely to have it if we cannot interact. If I interact with him or vice versa, right, then we are establishing our boundaries of understanding of behavior. If I don't like the way he behaves, I'll tell him. If he disagrees, then you got two choices. Either comply to his way of thinking, accepting his moral value, or get the fuck out of the way. Same goes with you. But I won't even get fucking near close to you, but you're fucking nutcase anyway, right? So you haven't got any fucking moral values. Anyway.
Yes.
Wait, I thought it was objective.
It is.
But it's dependent on the existence of minds?
You see? She's still fucking figuring out how morality behaves. What is morality? Because she hasn't got even fucking a beginning of the notion of what morality is. Right? She got into a debate discussing objective morality and she doesn't know what morality is in the first place.
Right. So remember, you can have objective facts about minds, like the mind is conscious. If there is no mind, then it wouldn't be conscious. So it's contingent on the minds existing. If there are no minds, then there are no conscious minds.
So if most people believe that there wasn't morality, then there wouldn't be morality?
There would be no evidence of it, that's for sure.
I just don't understand. That's just an appeal. I don't understand how that's not an appeal to the majority.
It's not appealing to majority. It's you, the lack of understanding what morality is. Right? You look in the internet right now, and I'm actually glad that this is taking too long, but I am making sure that you look like a fucking dumbass. And you're doing an excellent job, lady. But and I'm saying lady fucking very, very loosely. Okay, because you're actually a fucking piece of shit human being. Right? You should not be even fucking talking to people. Okay, it's not that it's not your right. It's that you bring in a bad seed. Yeah, you are an eel to a conversation, right? Because you cannot even have the fucking decency of learning the subject matter, right? Apply your values to it and give it in a fucking introduction. You can't. In the first 30 seconds, you says, "Oh, what's your fucking premise?" Right? It's a mixture of you being ignorant and trolling the internet. Excuse me. Right? That's in essence.
If most people don't see a horse, that's pretty good reason to think there is no horse. There's no evidence of a horse. So our evidence of morality is the fact that we have
morality has got nothing to do with visual representation of an external view of something. Okay, there's no morality in seeing a horse. That in itself, you got it wrong. TJump. It's got fuck all to do with morality.
Moral intuitions. The fact that most people feel morality is our evidence of morality. We don't have any other evidence of it other than people's feelings.
Look, so let's, instead of using the with the horse, say, why do
Yeah. Shit. Let's carry
you
on.
believe that X happened in the past? I can't say it's
Something happening in the past is not a moral value unless that X interacted with somebody else, like me killing somebody, like you being a bitch to other person. Okay, that past is part of the moral issue at hand.
because I remember it happening, right? Because that would be, look, no, because
You see, she doesn't know what the fuck she's saying. Okay, she doesn't know. I think her mind is exhausted. First of all, for zero IQ, right? And she's doing fucking overtime in her mind to gather some sort of little knowledge, or what she say, interpretation of something, to spew it out. Absolutely fucking verbal, right? Diarrhea. She's thinking about it. She's going in a whim. She's going by the moment.
if you saying that it's an actual memory, then that's assuming that it actually occurred, right?
No.
Can you have
A memory is not a moral judgment of the fucking topic.
a memory? Can you have a memory of something that never occurred?
Yes.
It's not an actual memory then.
They're called false memories. We have all kinds of those that happen in humanity all the time.
That's just gibberish.
Again, yes, you can have false memory. You can have fucking false memory.
A false memory is actually just gibberish.
Gibberish to you. Yeah, gibberish to you. Because you cannot comprehend. You can have a shitty dream, right? And in your mind at that time be valid. You can even say it to your partner. Hey, you know what? I got a shitty mind and I had a weird dream. It feels so fucking real. Yes, it can.
It's an actual thing in neurology and psychology. It is a literal condition.
No, I know that. But if we break that,
no. If you know that, shut the fuck up. What you're not a neurologist, and what the fuck you want to break it down? You're gonna break down your nonsense. That's what you want to do. Break down your fucking nonsense.
Break that down. The false memory. What does it even really mean? Because a memory is the real
memory. What's that got to do with fucking morality, bitch?
occurrence of an experience of the past. But if that event never happened in the past, then it wouldn't be a reoccurrence of an event in the past, would it?
Right. So a memory is a thing that we remember as having happened in the past, and there's a part of our brain that saves things as events that happened in the past, and there are mistakes of the brain where it can save things that it says happened in the past that didn't happen in the past, and that's what a false memory is when it saves
Right.
something.
So,
as
but that's, you said that's what a memory is. Is it having happened in the past?
I didn't say that. You said that. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Hey, can you repeat what you said?
You see, now she's trying to use his position to, excuse me, establish her position. She doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about.
So your brain has a thing where it saves memories as having happened in the past.
What's a memory?
What's a memory? She's acting like a child. She's trying to go to like a rabbit hole, going backwards and backwards and backwards and backwards. You fucking fool. I pity the fool.
It's just a thing we remember as having happened in the past.
But did it actually have to happen?
It doesn't matter. Isn't a fucking example, you stupid retard. When you give an example, you have to accept the example happen. Otherwise, it won't be a fucking example. Why do you challenge an example? Oh, did it really fucking happen?
No, that's what a false memory
So
is.
it's just, wouldn't it just merely be an experience then?
What? I have no idea what you're talking about now.
Right.
What is an experience?
Sorry, hang on a second.
Oh my God. What happened now? Oh my God.
At this part? Yeah. Do I have an echo?
Yes, you do have a fucking echo. Yeah, that means you're not testing your fucking audio in the first place. But anyway. So that means the partner is monitoring that discussion.
I can't hear one.
Doesn't matter. Move on. That looks like a tired mind. She's fucking knackered or with mixed with substance or whatever, right? But she's not there. She's not all there. She's not 100%. I would say probably less than 10% she's there, as in the frame of mind, right? She's
You do have a really bright light, right?
right. I want to touch on this subject because from here she makes a stupid fucking thing. He says that you got a really bright light, right? I understand what he meant, right? Is the reflection of the internal light, right? Probably the bulb behind her, sorry, in front of her. Okay, now she could solve that preemptively by turning the curtains, right, in the first place, right, to stop reflecting something. Let's see what she does.
Behind you, if you could move the shade.
Oh, no.
And she's watching it. She knows that it's there because she's watching herself in the debate as well as part of it, and she can see a fucking dot on her right shoulder.
Oh, that's sorry, I can just move her. That's just the light shining in the glass.
Right, the light shining on the glass. So how do you solve it? Right. Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
Bang, light again. She didn't solve the fucking problem. She just went like that and let the fucking light off again because she doesn't fucking know what she's doing. She cannot control that event either. See, again, bang. She could easily look right. Oh, I know what needs to be done. Put my fucking shade in and twisting it. But that would be too easy.
Can we just do the Q&A now?
Right. They're not even a quarter. They're not even a quarter through the video. And she just wants Q&A. She's got nothing else to bring to the table. Absolute fucking zero quality discussion between this piece of shit woman and TJump. Absolutely fucking zero.
Fine with me.
Do you have questions for me, Tom?
Sure. Do you think the world would be better without rape?
That's any fucking, well, you don't need to answer that silly question. It would be better without rape, period. Let's see what this bitch is gonna say, right? I prefer people not to be raped, but anyway, right? Simple question, simple answer. Let's see what this retard piece of shit will say.
I don't know what I would prefer it, but I'm not sure exactly. It would depend on what we'd have to examine what we meant by better.
She cannot accept. It's like a trick question. He's trying to impose a good value, a good moral value, right? And she cannot respect that rape is bad and says, yeah, TJump, that is better not to have it. But she's actually trying to be argumentative. Oh, I don't know what true is, or what a good value will be.
I wouldn't say, I would never use the term good or bad.
What do you mean good or bad? So you mean rape is not bad? Rape is good? Not good, not bad. He's saying, is it okay not to have it? The question, the answer, your answer should be either say, yes, we should not have it, or no, we should not accept it.
What do you mean you wouldn't use the term good or bad?
Like, I wouldn't say that, because I think that entails an ought. So I wouldn't say we ought live in a world where there's no rape.
Really? We ought not to live in a world where there's not rape. Is that an issue for you? Living in a place where there's no rape? Is that an issue?
Why would you not say that? Why would you say we?
And this is a woman saying it. You know what I mean? Figure that one out. A woman is saying that why should be an ought not to rape?
You would not say we ought to live in a world that has no rape. Why would you say that?
Because I wouldn't be able to justify that.
I should end the video here. She would not be able to justify. Right? That means, bitch, godless girl, that you got no fucking moral values. You do not think good of somebody. You don't give a shit if somebody gets raped or not. You're a disgusting piece of shit woman. For a woman to put I don't give a shit who gets fucking raped society, a value system into society, is a defeater for your point of view. We should not go forward with your line of reasoning. By that fact alone, never mind your fucking retard thing about well-being or anything like that.
Okay,
How
well,
would you
just forget justifying it. Would you feel that world would be better?
Well, better or good?
What?
I consider those synonyms.
Oh, you think that good, what you mean is by good is better?
No shit, idiot. Good is worse. Good is fucking worse. Don't go there. Please don't go there, retard. Right? You're trying to go away from the subject matter of rape, and now you've been going through a rabbit hole of if something's good is better. Really? Like the monkey said, are you for fucking real? Are you for fucking real? I think you are trolling, because it's either two options, actually three, two options. You are troll, you are pure ignorant person, or there's some of the above, right? But you are definitely ignorant, or willfully ignorant, which is fucking worse. You are intentionally being dumb.
Like morally good is better. So what is better?
You, you you cannot go into a debate to say what is better. You cannot talk about morality if you don't know what better is. You know what fucking better is. It was better for you, right? You do know what's better, bitch. What is better for you is for you to put in a makeup, in a cream, take expensive cream on a video that you did and put fake something. Basically, you committed fraud. That was good for you. Yeah, it was good for you to deceive other people, to bring that product and get your money back. So you got a product, you thieved a product, right, for your benefit. That's why you're thinking that why a good thing is right. You think right is only what it attains to you. You selfish bitch.
I use those as synonyms. They mean the same thing.
Right. So I'm asking for the definition, not another synonym. I'm asking for the definition.
You don't know what good is. Good is you to shut the fuck up. That's what good is.
Less bad, less immoral. What specifically are you asking?
Yeah. What's the definition of bad? Give me the definition of good and bad. Don't give me a synonym. Just give me.
Why do you say what you think good or bad is? You need to be. It feels like you need to be educated on the go, on the spot. What is good? What is bad? Don't give me the synonym. What does that mean? The same thing, right? You acting as an ignorant person to the fucking world.
The definition.
Oh, you mean like just the dictionary definition of good?
And on your position, what does good and bad mean? It doesn't
good
mean
is
that it entail and on.
The least involuntary imposition of will is good, or involuntary imposition of will is bad, and assisting will is good.
All right, I'm sorry. Before you respond, unfortunately, they were unable to hear me in the chat. What I said.
Unfortunately, no, we didn't miss anything. There's a debate between the two people at the top. Not about you. Sorry about that, but you know what I mean. Your comment, unless you come into as a moderator, what you think is fucking irrelevant at that time.
Said earlier was if you tag me with your questions.
You can write down on the text. Why would you have to need an intermission to say that? You could have said that at the beginning.
At Converse Contender, I'll ask them your questions at the end. All right, I'm sorry.
No, you're not answering the question at the end. That was dishonest from you. What you should have said is, I take precedent for the super chat first, and then if I got time, I will ask questions of the people who have not paid me.
So why is it? What is?
Don't think too hard, woman. Your neurons are not firing.
You're just saying that what is good is the non-imposition of will.
Right. So imposition of will is bad, and then assisting wills is good. The opposite.
Right. So what is that? I don't know what that means though.
and he said that at the beginning of it, in his introduction. He gave the introduction. If this bitch doesn't understand it, she should have said that in the beginning, not fucking halfway for the fucking debate. That makes you ignorant by default.
The good, I still don't know what that means.
You don't know what that means, right? That's how far you want to go. You don't know what that means. If you don't know what that means, you don't know what my moral values are, because you cannot ascertain what good and bad is, because you got a shitty frame of mind, right? You cannot coexist with society and interact accordingly. You always have to be a bad person by default. By what I've seen so far, you haven't got fucking moral value in your fucking nails. Never mind your fucking brain.
Helping people?
Wait, no, but what does the word good mean?
You're arguing about semantics, about what God means. Is that how low as a piece of shit woman, you want to establish yourself on the internet. What good means? You don't know what the fuck good means? Don't you know what that means?
So in my model, it means assisting people, helping people. It's like moral means to assist a will. It's literally what goodness is. Are you asking for like the actual dictionary definition of the word good, or was specifically what good is in my model?
I'm not like, is it an ought claim? Like,
See? You cannot have an ought if you don't know what the original word means. Okay? And you need to... you mentioned the ought at the beginning, not him.
ought we not impose on people's will?
No, oughts are not in my model. I don't use oughts. They're purely descriptive.
So if somebody were to impose on somebody's will, they wouldn't be blameworthy.
I don't know how.
Remember, she went off the fucking case about the rape. I think she understood what the fuck up she did.
I don't use blameworthy. I just use description. So if someone was to impose on someone's will, they would be immoral.
So are people morally responsible?
In other words, are you responsible for you thieving that cream from that store and going back? Don't you think that is wrong? Do you understand the concept of being a piece of shit woman? Do you understand that you committed fraud?
If as a determinist, no. We would have to treat them as if they are morally responsible in order for the safety of others, but there is no actual kind of like universal moral responsibility thing. There's not.
So what are you saying other than you don't like the imposition of will?
What do you mean? What am I saying?
What claim are you making about it? It just seems like you prefer wills not to be imposed on.
I'm claiming that it would be objectively better.
Oh, by the way, I just fucking realized why it may sound like echo. If she is in an empty room, her vocal, what she say in a room could reverberate. Yeah, and hitting the walls and coming in, causing the echo. That could be the fucking problem.
If the world did not have involuntary imposition of will, I'm claiming that is something that is true, independent of preference.
But why? What are you appealing to that's not a preference?
Our moral intuition and moral progress. Those are the only kinds of evidence we have. Pretty bad, but that's all we got.
Moral progress. So wait, it's not a preference.
You're trying to think what moral values are. Like my friend down there. Are you for fucking real, bitch?
And it's better. Why?
What do you think is better? Why? Don't you think doing good is better? If you interact with somebody and you interact negatively, right, towards the other person, it's beneficial to you because you want to thieve a cream, okay? Because you get benefit and you couldn't be bothered to earn, to work for a fucking living, to be a better person for society and purchase the good instead of stealing it. Well, not stealing. You didn't steal it. You pay for it, but you got your money back and you stole the content. Well, actually, yeah, you did fucking steal it, right? So you are an immoral person, a bad person. Is that fucking crystal clear to you?
It's not because you feel it's better.
No, it's because it would be better for everyone. Just all living things, all conscious things.
No, I understand that's the claim. I'm asking what standard are you appealing to?
What standard? He's doing a Duff Dawkins thing. What standard? The standard is the interaction between you and the other person. That's the fucking standard. The standard of cooperation, the standard of living together, or not living together, interacting is an interaction behavior. Moral is interaction behavior between sentient beings, right? So you go to a shop and you buy a product, right? You agreeing to interact. So you pay the product. You go home, right? But then you're trying to be dishonest by emptying the item and putting it with a fake queen or whatever the fucking queen is and going back. Then your moral values are when sub-zero, right? And when you claim it as, oh, whatever bullshit you ask for to give it back, you got the money. That's immoral, right? You being an immoral person. You should not interact with humans. Worse, having a fucking kid.
I'm not appealing to any standard.
What
I'm
is
just looking
when
at
it
the
comes to better? What standard are you appealing to?
The standard of cooperation.
I'm not appealing to a standard. I'm looking at the evidence and trying to make a principle that describes the evidence and where it leads to.
Say that again.
Yeah, that's a little bit of fucking mouthful. Okay, it's easier. It's not what it leads to, right? It's coexistent. Yeah, your morality is just behavior. That's it. Interaction behavior. That's the magic word. Interaction behavior between two or more people. Okay, that's it, right? And the level of interaction, it becomes good or bad, right? So better morals or bad morals. That's where the conflict is, right? And when you fucking nutcases cannot get the terms correctly, she doesn't understand because she's got below 0 IQ, and you're talking, you are well above her pay grade, right? So it's like you're talking, well, that's about
looking
it.
at the evidence. I plotted out on a little line graph.
What's
when I
the
draw
evidence?
Moral intuition, moral progress.
Why would I grant that what somebody else why would I grant the moral intuitions of others?
Basically, she's saying, why interact positively with other people? She's a selfish fucking bitch. Why have a positive interaction? That's what she's saying. Why should I interact in a good will, in a good manner? That's why she's not saying saying that rape is not bad. That's why. Right, I'm not gonna say it, but probably she's been raped and she liked it. That's probably what it is. Fucking hell. Oh, I probably want to be raped again. Right, that's the only fucking stupid thing that could come out of your fucking mouth. Yeah, accepting that rape is good. But good dodge, though.
I'm not sure what you mean. Like it exists.
Like, should I believe this?
Should you believe in moral values? Of course, you fucking should be able.
Well, no, I'm not saying you should believe anyone else's moral intuitions. I'm saying if you take the collection of all people's moral intuitions and you plot them out on a graph, this is.
No, he's going off for the fucking chart now, right? He's looking like if it was a statistics of putting fucking points. That's all. He's also wrong in that sense, right? Moral only starts with 2, not with 1, with 2, right? And then 2, 4, 8, whatever. You go into your neighbors, and then you go your town, shopping or whatever. Like theft, right? Or putting bugs in the fucking food, right? To get away with fucking. She's a fucking dishonest piece of shit. She got no moral values. She should never ever be fucking talking about morality, right? That's why she's fucking dodging all over the fucking place. Dishonest woman.
What it seems to indicate. So it's not like you should believe.
No, I'm asking though, like you're supposed to be justifying the claim, right?
Justifying goodness. Why you have to fucking justify you? That's your preferred word, young lady. Justification. Do you need to justify good behavior? Can you just be good because you want to interact with other people? Hi, how you doing? How you doing? Not being a fucking asshole, start stealing fucking makeup. Right? Your first approach is to steal, to get away with it. You haven't got grounds to ask for somebody else's justification. You got zero grounds. You got no justification to ask for justification. Fun enough.
So I'm asking for the justification.
That is the justification. So if we take all moral progress and moral intuition,
You see, unfortunately, a TJump has to be polite. I don't, because I'm not debating that bitch, right? Because if I'm there, I will end the debate in fucking 10 seconds. Yeah, I would say to her, bitch, who are you to impose moral values? Who are you to impose some sort of, ask some sort of justifiable reason why somebody ought to behave in a good way? When you're a piece of shit, you got no right to ask justification. Shit doesn't go beyond shit. And you're doing a good job of being a fucking piece of excrement.
and then we plot it out on a graph like evidence. Like,
Why? Wait, we have to. What is even moral progress? What does that mean?
You don't know what moral progress is. Moral progress, right? So if you behave with other people, right, you can progress, right? If your husband is beating you, right, and your husband brings, or your partner brings other people to rape you, since you like to you approve of rape, right? Right now you're proving to rape. You have not denied that rape is bad. Okay, so let's say he gangbangs you, right? And he start doing all sorts of things. Don't you think, will you call that progress? Or would you request the presence of the, well, not the presence, but you would call the police to get those people arrested for violating you, for raping you, right? That's what it is. That's progress. Progress means an agreement between each other and moving forward to make the stuff bigger, better. That's progress. Moral progress is the moral behavior, the positive behavior. That's the moral progress. You dumbass.
if we look throughout time and we see moral changes throughout societies and cultures that seem to
Moral changes, good moral changes. TJump, you fucked up there. Bad changes is the detriment side of it.
expand the horizons of morality and apply more generally to people with less imposition of will, like
Well,
women's rights, LGBT rights.
But why would I grant that any of that is the way the world? And you're not saying that's the way the world ought be.
No,
but still, the ought part is the acceptance of the good part. So it ought to be that way. The ought is the acceptance, is the agreement of the good behavior or good morality or good interaction behavior. And you are saying, why should we do that?
oughts aren't in my model. Mine is purely descriptive. It's saying if you impose, you're immoral, and if you help, you're moral, but it doesn't tell you anything about oughts. Oughts are just subjective things afterwards.
So somebody that comes along and says, "Well, I don't like that," what is your going to be objection to?
Well, that's the whole fucking point of interaction. If somebody comes along into you and says, your husband says he wants me to rape you, right? And he's accepting, and he's going to watch, he's going to film you, right? But you got 10 fucking people who's going to rape your fucking ass, right? You're going to say, no, that's not happening, which that is correct answer. Okay, so you should stop that. Then you progress. So you ought not to allow that to happen. So the ought is a valid consequence, a valid principle of acceptance.
Them.
I'm not going to object to them. It's not about what they like. It's a descriptive thing. So if you kill someone and you're immoral, and you don't like
what
that,
if they're claiming the exact opposite?
they can claim whatever they want. I'm going to appeal to the evidence and say the evidence indicates my conclusion more than theirs.
What if they say that
You see, what if? Now she's all over the fucking shop, but now you're giving shit example. You cannot give a shit example when you don't understand the value of a moral behavior or a behavior, interaction behavior. If you cannot comprehend that basic term, you will not be able to advance on a higher thinking about bigger problems in community behavior.
like suffering is better than everything?
I'm going to say that their conclusion does not follow the evidence and mine does, and so mine's better.
What? So, like, if they're saying that what is better is suffering, and then they're like, so the torturing leads to suffering, and the whatever you said is leading away from torturing, then that's bad. What are you going to say to that person?
I'm going to say mine follows the evidence and yours doesn't. So
No, 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 no. It's not about evidence. It's not fucking evidence, TJump. It's a position of will, right? It's not. The evidence is what you gather by the wrongdoing. Okay, so the wrongdoing, we cannot make prevail the bad. Okay, the good has to prevail. Good has to be on top of everything, right? Good, not personal good, as a community good. Okay, that is progress. Simple. It's too fucking simple.
It's like if someone says the world is flat and someone says the world is round,
that's not a moral judgment.
I'm going to say I'm going to follow the evidence, and you can disagree if you.
Yeah, that's empirical evidence. That's got nothing. There's no moral value to it.
Want, that's nice, but I'm going to go ahead and follow the evidence.
I think we're just talking past each other. So
yes, and off topic as well.
Oh,
you mean like
let's go back to the imposition of will. So you're saying the imposition of will is bad.
Yes.
What if somebody comes along and says it's good?
Okay. That's the part of the interaction. If you say that robbing people is good, and I say robbing people is bad, then we are interacting, but the interaction is bad. We do not agree on that interaction, right? So either I terminate the interaction, you do whatever the fuck you do, yeah, and you get caught or you go to jail, and I don't want to be part of your moral values, which your good is bad. Basically, that's what you're saying. Okay, you actually projecting the bad to other people, but inherently, I think you're actually saying, why do I need to be good? I like to rob people. I like to rob stores. I like to defraud the system. Right? You want to use the system to your benefit. You have got no moral values, right? Because when you benefit from other people, you're being bad to others by default. You're being selfish. I don't know. It's too easy to understand, but you're fucked up in the mind, and that's where the beginning of the problem is.
That's fine.
If you're just defining what is good as, if you're just using that to be synonymous with the imposition of will, then what if somebody just comes along and says the bad is synonymous with the imposition of will?
Right. I'm going to say there's two possibilities. Either one, the definition of good is imposition of will, or the definition of good is non-imposition of will. And I'm going to say the way we resolve this difference is we look at the evidence, we plot it out on a line graph, draw a line to connect the dots and see which one it points to. And I'm going to say, look, it points to mine. If we look at all the moral intuition.
No, that's not true, because Hitler thought that getting rid of the Jews is a good thing. So in his plot, it depends who's doing the fucking plot. To be idiot. Okay, no, that's not the issue. Okay, the good value is the positive interaction, not negative interaction. The negative interaction is the bad. That is it. No mumbo jumbo fucking graphs here there. TJump, you are fucking wrong in that sense. Why would you need to go to somebody else and make a fucking graph? Seriously? That, you're absolutely fucking wrong. You don't need a graph. You just need to say to somebody, hey, I don't like what you're doing. He was going to say, fucking tough. In my yard, I do whatever the fuck I want. You don't like that activity, you retract. You go away. And yeah, there's no morality here involved. There's no interaction behavior. So you cannot act badly or good. Well, you're actually good by retreating, because your good is not doing bad, and his good is doing bad.
Progress, all the evidence, it indicates this way is the correct way.
But no, you've only just defined the good as the imposition of will, though.
No,
But
it's
what
a
if I
conclusion
define
of the evidence. It's not just me defining it. It's a conclusion of the evidence. I'm not just arbitrarily defining it this way.
no, I'm talking about the definition of good.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
conclusion.
She's halfway fucking debate, and she doesn't know what good is. She needs to give a refresher course of what good is.
So what if somebody comes along and says the definition of good is the not the imposition of will? And you're saying it's the non-imposition of will.
Right. I'm saying that's not what the evidence indicates.
It's not about the evidence, it's the understanding. Because the imposition of will of a dictator is a good thing in the point of view of the dictator. So your graft, it goes fucking off, it goes bad, right? You're talking about in a society where interaction in a good way is good. Yeah, I get that. But when you put a dictator, then your good values it does not go apart with the dictator one, right? And his will is what counts.
So therefore, that is wrong.
No, I'm not asking you about evidence. It doesn't matter. Like, let's assume that it's all the evidence you're talking about is there, but we're disagreeing on the definition.
Okay,
well, why don't you define what is good for you, what is good or bad for you, and then he can work on that. But he has given said definition, and your shitty limited brain could not comprehend. So give your shitty argument about what is good or bad, and then he can lower the bar to your standards, so you can have a fucking proper productive conversation. But you cannot have it when you think that good is robbing somebody else. You starting with the wrong foundation, woman.
So I'm not exactly sure what you mean here. So like if someone's disagreed with the definition of energy and said, no, Einstein, I disagree with your definition of energy. And Einstein says, well, I have all this evidence and it works and it makes, and describes the world. And someone else comes along and says, well, I just disagree with that definition of energy. Einstein's just gonna be, well, you're an idiot. I don't really care. Like, okay. And my response is going to be the same. Like, if you disagree with my definition of good, then you're not following the evidence, just like someone who disagrees with the definition of energy is not following the evidence. Or are you asking me to, like, what would I do to try and convince them of my model or something?
Look, the good is it a descriptive or a prescriptive claim?
Descriptive. Everything in my model is descriptive. There are no prescriptions.
It's gone over fucking head. Over the fucking head.
And good, the definition of good is the imposition of will, or the non-imposition of will.
Yeah.
And
what is your description of good? We don't know it, right? We don't know it. Why do you have to attack? Why can't we have your point of view or your value system? Or you think robbing somebody, or you think you'd be afraid or be ashamed, which you are, that you cannot say what good is, and you need TJump to express his point of view about what value judgment is, a positive or negative value judgment.
Is it irreducible?
Irreducible? Why are you talking about a religious point of view? You using fucking Daft Dawkins argumentation to try to impose your thinking to others, when in actuality it's making you look like a fucking dumb.
I don't know what that means. What do you mean irreducible?
Of course.
Like, is it a semantic primitive?
I don't know what you mean. What do you mean reducible?
Is there anything, you're just taking it to be synonymous with the imposition of will? So when you're saying that, oh, like this the LGBT thing or whatever.
LGBT or whatever, right? So she doesn't give a shit about lesbian or gays. Oh yeah, that thing, that stupid thing, LGBTQ, right? Or the rest of those fucking idiots, right? Is that what you're saying?
Is good. You're just saying the LGBT movement is the non-imposition of will.
Essentially, yes. I'd be more specific. Right. It would be the removal of restrictions against the LGBT.
I don't understand how you're saying anything other than that. Are you saying anything other than It's not an imposition
You see that she's gibberish. She doesn't know what the fuck she's saying. Absolutely fucking clueless.
of will. Because if you're just taking good to be synonymous with that, then you're not really saying anything.
You see, Daft Hawkins, you're incoherent. That's what she's trying to equate. So she's trying to win by saying the religious precept, saying, oh, but it all reduced down. If you do not believe in my bullshit, that means you're incoherent. It's meaningless. She's a fucking lame scripter.
Well, I'm saying that if it's good, if you take like 2 actions and you say this action is good, then that means there is less imposition of will in that action.
Not action, interaction, not action. It's not a self thing to do. It's what you do with others. What the value you put on what you're doing to others, the other person will judge it and says yay or nay. Right? That's when the objectivity of it, i.e. the external value that is put on it. But it's always subjective. You start with yourself, putting your point of view across or your interaction across. And if you don't get into conflict, it's a positive thing. If it's a conflict, then you're trying to solve the problem. And this retard, she could not even fucking fathom that concept.
Action, so you
No,
can
but
define it.
I thought you said that it was synonymous.
Yes, that's what they mean. So like if Bob is a bachelor, then you also know Bob is not married. So if you say the LGBT community, something good happens to the LGBT community, then you know that some restrictions that were on their will have been removed. They have been given more freedoms. They are no longer being imposed upon involuntarily.
So you're not saying...
No, it's not that, because a gay person or somebody else could do that bad thing, interact negatively with other person. It's not right. The right is a different matter. You can have a right to be the way you want. Right? Is the interaction the issue? That's where the morality kicks in. Not if they got the right to have kids or to get married or whatever, or how they fuck or who they fuck with, right? That's not the issue. The issue is the interaction. And you TJump, you miss a plot there.
Saying that
You're trying to be too intelligent. That's the problem with you, right? You've been trying to be intelligent with a dumb person, which is a recipe for fucking disaster anyway.
the imposition on will is good, because you wouldn't say like a synonym is a synonym in the I'm sorry, I don't know where I was going with that.
Of course not, because you're a dumb fuck. See, when you don't have a firm criteria in your beliefs, or you're trying to deceive by going somewhere else, that's when you look like a fucking fool. I'm sorry to say, young lady.
Whenever you guys get ready, just let me know and we'll head into the Q&A.
Right, I'm going to stop the Q&A because I'm not interested in the fucking questions, because they ask dumb questions. And this guy, for money, it says, oh, thank you for your answer, when it's a fucking stupid answer. So whenever they start, I will finish this video because I'm not interested. My main focus was to show how fucking dumb this woman is.
Okay, we can move to the, sorry guys, I'm really sleep deprived.
If you're sleep deprived, right, that makes you a negligent person, right? Go to fucking bed, ignore the world, get your beauty sleep, and be fit for purpose, right? Don't come to fucking to a debate when your mind is full of shit and you're saying a bunch of incoherent stuff and you don't know half of the fuck you're talking about, and you start fucking asking other people on what to say or what not to say when you haven't got a fucking clue what you're saying in the first fucking place.
You guys, do you want a chance to wrap up, or do you want to just jump straight in? Either of you guys want like a closing?
I want a rematch.
I want a rematch. A rematch of saying bullshit. A rematch of what? Well, you're going to look at this video or your video, your interaction with him, right? I said, shit, 90% was bullshit of what I was saying. Okay, and you cannot even make a closer statement. You cannot make an opening. Of course, you cannot make a fucking closer statement.
You can try to summarize my points, sure.
That was the intelligent thing to say.
So, I believe moral realism is true because I believe there is evidence of morality. I think our moral intuitions and moral progress is evidence that morality exists, kind of like evidence of gravity is stuff falling. We see stuff fall, we can then plot out the evidence of say, well, what is the rate of things falling? And then we can try to make a principle that describes the rate of falling. And so my argument that moral realism is true is that we can look at the evidence of morality, which is our moral intuition and moral progress. We can plot it out on a line graph, just like for gravity, and then try to create a principle that describes where this line, the picture of the lines, when you connect the dots, where it's leading to. And that's what my position is that we can look at the evidence, connect the dots, create a principle that describes the phenomenon. And
okay, it's sensible closing. I don't agree too much with it because he's sugarcoating the event. It's making it bigger than what really is. But okay, it's acceptable. Well, let's see what this scumbag woman wants to say.
That's morality. Just like in gravity, you look at the evidence, connect the dots, then create a principle of F equals ma to describe gravity. Now, what it actually is, Newton didn't know anything about gravity. He didn't know what it was. He didn't care. It's not like appealing to a standard of God to describe morality. He's just describing what it does. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm describing what morality does, which is leading to the best of all possible world things, the non-involuntary position.
All right, Godless Girl, would you like a couple minutes to wrap up, or?
No, I'm sorry. My thoughts were really scattered because I'm really sleep deprived. Sure. I want to challenge Tom. I'm sorry I got yelled during the debate. That's just my personality. I do that when I'm not even. Well, I mean, you talked to me before, so I would really love a rematch, though.
Sure. Yeah, we definitely set that up.
Okay.
And I guess.
So no closing statement. Okay. So you got nothing of value to say of what has transpired.
Till round 2, we'll go ahead and jump into the Q&A because we do have.
Okay, fuck it. I will leave it there. Right. So let me put my camera. Right. You see this, ladies and gentlemen. If you've reached this point, okay, thank you for watching this. Right. The bottom line is that this woman is a piece of shit scumbag. Right. She cannot interact in a coherent way with other people without being a fucking argumentative and going into a fucking rabbit trail trying to win a debate by saying, oh, you're incoherent, right? Doing a Daffy Pool type of thing. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for being with me. And until next time, and I apologize for the length. Okay, because right now it's 38 minutes of her video, but I'm close to fucking 2 hours. How much? How long? Yeah, 1 hour 47 minutes. It's bollocks. Yeah, it's so hard to say something good about this woman, right? That it makes my videos when I talk about her fucking too long, because she's a bag of fucking contradictions. Anyway, until next time, have a nice one, ladies and gentlemen. Catch you later.